Today we're making currywurst, another German favorite. This tomatoey sausage started appearing in diners and canteens around the 1940s in Germany, and it's been a crowd pleaser ever since. Today you can find them pretty much everywhere that you go within the country, from their own dedicated locations to the Christmas market areas and in places like amusement parks. If you're on the go and get hungry, currywurst is nearly always the answer over here. Now keep in mind that every region and household will have their own version of this that they'll regard as best. We'll show you the way that we eat this dish after trying multiple variations. As with any culture, many Germans can be very, protective of their local foods. So chances are there's a good chunk of Germans that will see this and go, this isn't currywurst, but we know what we're doing. To me, it doesn't really matter as much, but I've also never really understood the American pizza wars. Let's start with the sauce. You can easily store this stuff, so you might want to make it ahead of time if that's what you want to do. We'll need 2 onions, a tablespoon of tomato paste, 250 milliliters or 1 cup of tomato sauce, 3 tablespoons of a dark balsamic, 2 tablespoons of honey or maple syrup, 5 tablespoons of ketchup, a spritz of soy sauce, 3 teaspoons of curry spice, and some chili spice. For the Americans, the equivalent to chili spice over here is probably close to cayenne pepper. You're going to start out by chopping your onions. Then you're going to saute them in a pot with some oil until they become nice and fragrant. You can even caramelize them for extra flavor, but we decided to skip that step since it was 1 a.m. Add your tomato paste and fry it alongside the onions. Splash your tomato onions with a tablespoon or 2 of water and stir to combine. Feel free to use broth instead of water for extra flavor. Pour in your tomato sauce. Then add your balsamic, honey, spices, soy sauce, and ketchup. Hit that mix with salt and pepper to your tastes. At this point, you're definitely going to want to try your mix because the exact amount of spice in curry is going to depend heavily on how you like it. We personally like a sweet and curry-heavy sauce, so we reel back on the acidity of the balsamic. Unless you really like curry a lot, I'd advise against adding more of that because we'll be adding curry on top as a garnish later to finish this off. Once your sauce has cooled down a little, transfer it to a jar or keep it warm and prepare your sausages. Now for the real part. So as a disclaimer, if you can get your sausage from the butcher or a deli, then do that. But realistically, there's nothing wrong with grabbing a pack of the industrialized stuff if that's what you have to work with like we did. Some people like their currywurst with pork sausage, others like it with beef sausage. Hell, you could probably use a chicken sausage if you really wanted to. We usually prefer a thicker beef sausage, but my wife went shopping for this just after Christmas and they were all out of the good stuff. Trust me, I'm just as angry about this as you are. Heat a nice big pan and fry up your sausages. If you have a grill, feel free to grill them up. When you're just about done, score your sausages and brush some of your sauce over them. Do this on both sides. This is a highly controversial step, so only do this when no Germans are looking. Also, only do this in a cast iron pan. I'm not kidding. No one wants that spicy Teflon on their sausage. This process infuses the sausage with the sauce and makes it even more crispy in exchange for giving up some of the snap. For us, it depends on our mood if we prefer an intact or circumcised sausage. Don't worry if you accidentally cut them through since we're about to do that in the next step anyway. Surprisingly, the next step is cutting your sausages. After you're done, arrange them on the plate with the side of your choice and drown them in heated currywurst sauce. Finally, dust the top of your sausages with curry powder. For sides, we recommend some baked potato wedges, or whatever you want to call this shape. For that, we usually peel and cut our potatoes, drown them in oil, salt, pepper, oregano, paprika, and whatever else the spice drawer will bless us with. Then we bake them in the oven at 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. Usually we flip them about halfway through. You should probably flip them. Flip them. Don't be lazy. You can also use store-bought fries since that's what a lot of Germans usually prefer on the side of currywurst. But no one's gonna judge you if you have some steamed broccoli or green beans on the side. Unless they're German. Either way, you may now eat the currywurst. If you have any sauce left over, feel free to dip some pretzels into it or use it as a sauce on a sandwich. Thanks for watching. We've got no idea if this channel will be German dish focused, but we're at least starting here where my wife has the most expertise. If you want to, feel free to check out our social media in the description of the video. Have a good one.